House Coffee Bar in St. Paul. Chris got a blueberry corn muffin.
Quite good.
It's good. I tasted it. We're waiting on our coffees. I got an almond milk latte. Chris got an Americano. I'm also waiting on a quiche. Should probably ask about that. And yum, here's my veggie quiche. Look, on a bed of greens. You gotta love that in the morning. I love breakfast greens. It's a thing for me. Chris loves breakfast greens too. Hello, I'm here in my garden and I'm gonna plant some beans. I got 3 different kinds this year. I do feel I'm a little behind. Like, it rained the entire last week, and so I feel like I'm a week behind at least where I want to be, but whatever. I'm gonna put them in, they'll be fine. I have 2 kinds of purple ones because I bought this one for, I like the purple beans, they're just fun. They do like blanch out, like they bleach out when you cook them. It's not like usually when you cook them, they just wind up looking like a lighter color. They don't look purple the whole time. Well, that's been my experience anyway, but they're fun to grow. And so I got Royal Burgundy bush stringless beans, and then also a bountiful bush bean. But then I was at this little shop called the Urban Farmer or something in Minneapolis, and I saw these Renee's Garden Heirloom Bush Bean Royalty Purple Pod. So it's different than this one, I think. Royalty Purple versus Royal Burgundy. It does say it's a bush bean. So I'm gonna try all 3, and so I'll have a little more purple this year. I like purple. Purple. The lilacs smell lovely right now. Anyway, that is all that I have going in here right now. I will probably buy a tomato plant, and I will buy some cucumber plants. I'm not gonna do those from seeds. They haven't been doing great for me the last few years. I probably need to amend my soil, but I'm not going to do that this year. Maybe next year. So anyway, yeah, let's plant. Turn my camera down and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I got to move the mulch aside. It's kind of thick. I had to put mulch in here because the weeds in here are so bad. I should actually get a little rake. Where's my little rake? Hold on. I can get my rake. Okay, I'm going to do a row of purple to start. This purple, the ones I got in Minneapolis. So, start with these. And it says, once the weather is warmed and settled and nights stay securely above 55. That is not true yet, but that's okay. That won't be till like July. And I always plant my beans about now. It says just to poke them, so I'm just going to poke them in about 1 inch down. I'm going to put 2 in each hole, 1, and then here's another one, and then here's another one. I'm going about, probably about the 4 inches apart. Okay, now I'm going to clear some more mulch. I'm going to turn the camera off and just get the rest of them in. Whoops, and then I'll show you the bed when it's done. Okay, here's the bed. I need to make some markers. I just kind of put those there so I'd remember where everything was. I'm going to get my zinnia seeds. I got some seeds from a friend, and then I also harvested some from my own plants last year. So I think I'll put like some there, some there. I know that looks weird, but sometimes I put recycling into the bottoms of my pots to fill them a little, so I don't have to fill them as much with good, potting soil. So that's what that's about. And I'm going to get some portulacas to put in there. That's what I always do there. They do really well because it's not a lot of soil and they do well in heat. So portulacas, some marigolds along the edge here, 2 cucumber plants, tomato plant. And then I don't know if I'll keep these pots in here. Not really sure. Maybe I'll just stick a bean in there and see if it grows. It's an idea. I don't know. Got to figure that out. The dish garden is in. I probably need to add a few plants. I do have a little bit more alyssum, but it's been so rainy I haven't been able to do anything. Sherman's inspecting. All right, I'm going to the garden center now. Okay, I'm at the garden center. I'm gonna pick up a tomato. And I think I'm gonna get this kind, the yellow. What does it say? Sweet and neat. I like it. I'm the only one who eats tomatoes, and I like bigger tomatoes, but I also like to just snack on them. So, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go with. And then I'm gonna see if I can find some cucumber plants. Whoa, are those cucumbers? They're huge. I don't want them quite that big. I want to enjoy the growing process a little more than that, but those tomatoes are sick over there. If you can see, they've definitely got some kind of leaf something going on. But mine wasn't over there, so hopefully, I don't know. This one looks pretty healthy. Oh, and then I also found these Tradescantia purple, which I've had before. But then also, look at this, is a different one. Scantia white. I don't know, probably saying that wrong, but you get the idea. So I'm getting those for some pots. Okay, a few things more to pick up. The cucumbers are not looking great. Well, not sure about that. Okay, this is what I have wound up with. These are for the flower box on the deck that I just got a liner for, but I had to show these. These are so cool. I'm not buying them, but I do like them. Like, I really like these pots. Also, I got myself a little mushroom for one of my pots. Aren't those neat? They look like a face. Those are really cool. Okay, gonna go pay and get on with my day. This is what I did today. I know it looks a little silly, but the little bunny is eating my Super Bells, which is really frustrating. So I just put that on the back. They also keep eating the creeping Jenny, but not even actually eating it, just snapping it off and leaving it. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna eat it for your nutrition, fine. But I hate that they're just like destroying my plants for fun. And then I did create a bigger, because it was too small, the thing I had around it, because they love this hosta, this little baby one. And I just want it to be able to bloom. It gets the most beautiful dark purple flowers. We'll see. Hopefully that'll keep them out. I mean, it's not the most aesthetic thing. It's a little better than what was there, and at least it gives it space. But you can see even this one over here. Sorry, I'm going to my friend's house and I'm bringing popcorn. But that one there, they only eat what's outside the cage. So I guess that's good. And these are June, and they're too big, so the bunny can't reach. You can see they definitely eat this one, but they only eat the bottom leaves because the top ones are just too tall. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's really frustrating. This was not a problem a few years ago. They've just like proliferated. They even snacked on my hydrangea there, but I don't think they liked it because they only eat like a leaf. So anyway, off I go to my friend's house. Okay, it's day 2 of the veggie garden. I have done some things. So I went to the garden center, got my beans planted. You saw that already. Went to the garden center and picked up some plants. I had to go to 2 different garden centers because the first one I went to, the cucumber plants were horrible looking. Like, cucumbers are hard enough because they suffer from mildew a lot, like that white powdery mildew stuff. So you just at least want to start with good looking plants, and they were not good looking. So I went to a place closer into the city and they had great plants, which I'll show you. So these are the cucumbers that I got. I think I got 2, yeah. And they each have at least, yeah, they have 2 each. Because each plant comes from a seed. So I'll be able to split those. So got those. And then I also, I got 3. Look at me. I didn't realize wait, no, that's not a third. They look the same because they're all in the melon family, I guess, or whatever that family is. Ooh, this one looks wilty now. Not sure why. It's wet, so Anyway, we'll get it in the ground. Hopefully it'll be fine. This is a cucumber, not a cucumber. Wow, it's early. It's early, y'all. This is a cantaloupe. So we'll plant that. And then I also I did wind up getting, I told you in another part of the vlog, I got a tomato plant that does cherry tomatoes, but I decided to get one big tomato plant. My tomato plants don't generally do well. So whatever, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then I got something new. Well, the cantaloupe is new, but I also got some cauliflower. I don't know, it seemed interesting. Snow crown cauliflower. Matures in 50 days. I try to get lots of things that mature quickly because we have such a short growing season and I'm behind already. So I've got some cauliflower. And then this is actually not going in the veggie garden. This is going to go in a pot. I usually do one pot over on the other side of the house because it gets blazing hot sun all afternoon. And peppers here in Minnesota at least seem to need that. So at least in my yard. And then I did get some marigolds. I don't need to put them in here because I have a fence. So it's really just aesthetic. I like to have marigolds in my garden. And then I'm going to also plant my zinnia seeds I told you about. With, yeah, some of them are from my friend's garden from, I think, last year. And some of them are from my garden from last year. So that is the plan. I did, oh, and then the thing that I did, I turned the soil over. I don't know if you can, there, it's hard to point on camera. Turned it all over, and then I dumped a whole bag of new garden soil, Miracle-Gro garden soil, and then just turned it all together to amend the soil a little bit. Plus, it was kind of sinking, so good to add dirt. And next year, maybe I'll do that over here, like get a few bags of garden soil. Let me tell you, garden soil is really heavy. And but I pride myself on being strong. Like, I lift weights, and I like to be strong. Because, you know, I limp, I have arthritis, but I'm like, if my arms can be strong, then hey. So I'm in Home Depot, and there's this random man just standing by the garden soil, helping several unrelated, like unconnected women get their soil into their carts. And so I walk over there and I was like, I don't need your help. And then I grabbed my bag of garden soil and I put it in my cart, and I felt very strong and bad, like tough. So anyway, that was funny. But then I got it home and I was like, oh heck, it's really heavy to get this back to the veggie garden. So I did get Chris's help. Although he just got the wheelbarrow, he didn't lift it. I lifted it from the car to the wheelbarrow and from the wheelbarrow to the garden. So I'm still winning. Anyway, this is my arm. Yeah, it's good, right? I lift weights. Yeah, I lift weights. Oh, those are scars from earlier gardening endeavors, but look at that. It's good, right? Anyway, I like to be strong. So I put one glove on because I'm going out in the afternoon today, and even though I'm going to shower first, sometimes if I don't wear a glove, my hand gets so dirty that it doesn't even look clean after I shower. Like, I use a brush too. It's just like, where did this dirt go that it's like under my skin? I don't even know. So that's why I'm wearing a glove. I'm going to start and get some things going here, and then I'll check in with you. Maybe I'll film a little of the digging, but probably not a lot. So actually probably not any, because then you wind up like filming of your backside, and I'm just not into that. I don't think you need to see that. So let me get the stuff in and I'll be back. Okay, here's my handiwork. I have not watered yet, but we've got the cantaloupe, which again are wilty. Don't know why. They didn't look wilty when I bought them. And then I kind of alternated marigold with some cauliflower. And then those are the beans. I put zinnias along the fence, zinnia seeds. And I did want to mention, I haven't planted in them yet. But sometimes I get questions about these. These are just, vintage strainers, whatever, colanders, whatever you call them. And I bought the chains at the Dollar Tree and then just attached them. And then I changed out the soil, put fresh potting soil. And I recommend, if you do something like this, do a flower that does not mind being neglected and being really hot. So I always put portulacas in mine. They have done pretty well. If I neglect to water them, sometimes when it's really hot, it's okay. Yeah, I'll show you what they look like once they're planted up. But I did want to mention that before I forget. There's my little tin man who has lost his legs. Sad face. Also, I had 2 extra cauliflower plants, so I just put 1 in each pot. Okay, off we go. It's Memorial Day. Chris is under the weather. I have learned how to light the grill, and I'm the griller. I'm feeling empowered. I don't know why it took me till now to learn how to light the grill and be the griller, but I guess I was lazy because I always had a hubby that would do it. But when he's under the weather, it's on me. Do you know how?
Yeah, I learned a couple of years ago, but I probably wouldn't have been able to do it.
I wrote the instructions in my phone so I can do it next time. All right, off we go. All right, Maddie and I are trying these Reese's PBJ cups. It's weird. How could it not be weird? All right.
Is there jelly in it?
Yeah, apparently.
Sherman.
Oh, interesting. Jelly's on the bottom. I'm gonna go so I can chew. I don't mind it. I don't love it, but I don't mind it. What are your thoughts, Mads?
I'm processing. Really weird.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
All right, I'm gonna go taste another bite. Real life YouTube. I like to give you real life YouTube. Here I am. It is 9:30 on a work day, and I'm plodding through my day. I feel like crap. I seem to have caught Chris's virus. It never really manifested so much as a cold, like a little bit of congestion he got. And he had a cough. I do not have a cough. I just have like some nasal congestion, and I just feel awful. Like my immune system is definitely fighting. So anyway, really bummed because I was supposed to go yard sailing tomorrow with a friend, and I just wrote to her because she has like asthma and stuff, and I was like, I don't think we should go. I mean, I could wake up tomorrow and feel great. I felt crappy. So it's Friday. I felt crappy a little bit Wednesday evening. Woke up Thursday, didn't feel great, but felt reasonably decent enough to go to work because those are our in-office days. But then yesterday, so Thursday evening, I started to feel terrible. Just like, you know how when you're fighting something, you just feel really tired. Like that kind of like feeling. And I had a scratchy throat, but now the scratchy throat is gone. So that's good. That's an improvement. But then I woke up this morning and like at first 2 hours, I'm like, I can't even sit up. I just need to lay down. So I had my first meeting and I took some ibuprofen. I have another meeting at 10. And then I'm just going to sit with my computer and write some stuff. And there's a few things I need to write. A lot of my job is writing, researching and writing, doing stuff like that. So that I can do with my computer on my lap. It's not too active, so that'll be good. But I'm really mad about tomorrow. Terrible to get sick for the weekend, right? The heck. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see Sherman. He's my little Velcro puppy. Just keeping me company while I'm sick. He's such a cutie. Sure. He's so cute. Made myself some chicken soup. Looks like it needs a little more broth. It's more like chicken and noodles right now, but that's okay. I'll add some broth, and this is lunch to make my cold go away. See if it works. Okay, it's the next day. My cold is not worse. So, oh, there's a little bee. I wouldn't say I feel 100%. I did not go yard sailing today because I definitely didn't feel up for that. But I don't feel worse, so that's good. So maybe my chicken soup is helping. I don't want to get stung, but it's pretty cool. Hi, Mr. Bee. Maybe it's like a yellow jacket. I don't know. I'm not good with bee identification. Anyway, here's the portulacas. I never did show them to you after I planted them, so that's that. I do have a garden tour coming. That's next week. I just filmed it. So sometime midweek next week, you'll see that. So anyway, I hope you're doing well and that you enjoyed the vlog today. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.